Good morning, my wonderful friends. So good to see you on this really lovely first day of autumn Saturday. For those of you who follow the equinox, we're not quite in autumn, but if you're following the government assigned calendar in New Zealand here, then it is the first day of autumn and it feels quite autumny, but we're in for some summery temperatures this weekend. So anyway, enough talk about the weather. Let's get into today's collage story. So that's what we're here to do today. So I'll move my little sheet out the way, grab my paper over, make sure it's up the right way. So this is last week's collage, which I titled Family Business. So we're working on this side today. And our prompts this week are from jatzygirl, paint chip, TV, paper, lamp, pink, and I've forgotten to write down my prompt. I did that last week too, didn't I? And my prompt for this week is circus. Okay, circus. So I think I'm going to do it slightly different today. I'm going to lay my pieces out in the order that I need to and tell the story as I go. I'm hoping that's going to work okay. We'll see. We'll see. So that's the prompts. First off, I'm going to start with the lamp. And I have this picture of a kitchen here, and it's actually got two lamps in it. Now there's some things I want you to notice about this kitchen. Hopefully that shows up not too bad in camera. It's actually a 1920s kitchen. It's very country style, very old-fashioned, with the wood and everything. My personal favourite. Our house was built in 1920. So there's some little patches of colour. There's this cute little tea cosy with some crocheted red roses on top. There's a red dish rack. There's some red checked canisters, a red blender. It's funky lamp. This is actually like a milk urn, you know, the old metal ones, or something of that sort. So there's some spots of colour, but otherwise it's pretty neutral. White, wood, timber, sort of a beigey, maybe light gold. Curtain or the blind has a little bit of colour in it, but it's not overly colourful. So this is the setting for today's story, and I'm going to put that on first, but I'm going to also turn it into my pocket. So I might put my pocket on the other side this time, because the other one had it on this side. So I'm going to put this down. So this is the kitchen of Isabella, and we'll get to meet Isabella very soon. Come on, glue. There we go. That's her kitchen, you know, where she preps her meals and does her dishes and has her cup of coffee in the morning, all those good things. Just make sure I take the glue up high enough under that so it doesn't, my prompt list doesn't disappear on me. Round with the glue. Right, now carefully remove the prompt list. Oh, come on, come on. And we are putting you about there. Right, so Isabella's kitchen. Now, which prompt am I putting on next? I've got to think this through, because I think the order I need to put the pieces on might not work for the story, actually. We'll go with paper next, because I think we can put the paper on. This is a piece of wrapping paper. I picked it up at my favourite junk shop. So pretty, and it's got some silver on it, some silver text. I'm not going to put it all on. I just need a section of it. So this is the wrapping or the paper part, but we're going to pretend. I'm like, I don't need all of it, so I don't want to cut off half of that rose if I don't need to. So we're going to trim it off just there. We're going to pretend it's wallpaper. Okay. Yeah, somewhere about there. It doesn't matter too much. It's going to have other elements on top. So I hope you're having a wonderful weekend for those of you who are into the weekend. If you're not, well, you've got a weekend to look forward to. I think Friday night is the most funnest time of the week, where you've got like the whole weekend stretching out ahead of you, and all the possibilities and the fun times and the not working. If you work in a regular job, it's like, you know, not everybody gets to have a weekend off. A lot of people do shift work and, you know, all that sort of stuff. But I'm just generalizing from my own work history. One of my first jobs was a weekend job. So, you know, been there, done that. Didn't enjoy it that much. Kills your social life. And I was a teenager. Right, so that's our wallpaper for the paper prompt. We've got lamp. So I think now we're going to meet our character Isabella. So here is Isabella. And she's going to go, I don't quite want to glue her all down yet though. Might pop her up there. So I'm going to glue her head on. Yep. Weird, random maybe, but I think it will allow me to slip other bits in as we kind of work out, because I haven't kind of got all the composition in place yet. So Isabella is she would be late 30s, early 40s. You might be able to see she's somewhat of a colourful character. She loves pink. She's got pink hair. She's wearing this very bright yellow and red dress, and she's just a colourful character. And seems quite at odds with this kitchen, which is very neutral apart from the little pops of red. It's very neutral, very subdued. And Isabella is not a subdued person. Now, there's a reason for this. So here is the image of the TV, and it's got a picture on the TV was of this tree in a paddock, and I'm actually going to remove it. I didn't completely remove it because I thought, well, I wanted to show what it looked like before. So I've just cut out the tree. I'll keep that image because that can be useful for another prompt or somewhere else. Isabella used to be an acrobat in a circus. So what I want to do is I want to put this really cool image of acrobat inside the TV. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to, how am I going to do this? I think I need to trim the bottom because I don't want to have to cut around the legs of the TV again. So I'm going to cut under where the frame is, like so. We're going to cut this poor acrobat in half, but it can't be helped. The rest I can do once I've glued this on. It's very fragile, you know, it's a very thin frame. I've cut the middle out, so I'm just going to pop it on my page here to put the glue on. So she was an acrobat in a circus, and so her early days were spent travelling the countryside, getting all hyped up for performances, performing her heart out, being admired by children, and little girls would come giggling up to her and want to get her autograph, and she was just every little girl's wildest dream of this exotic, colourful person doing really, really fun and amazing things. Whoops, I put glue on the stand of the TV and I don't want it there for this, but never mind, it's too late now. So I'm going to position that in the TV frame. And, you know, she got older, as we all do. And so she had to retire from the circus. You know, her body could no longer do the moves, and it's very hard on the body, and it takes a lot of time and training and practice, and she wanted other things too. She wanted family, and the man she fell in love with, well, he didn't want to travel around with a circus, so she gave up the circus, and she settled into domestic life, doing the dishes, making lunches, making dinners, you know, like every other woman, just doing life, you know, humdrum, dropping kids to school, packing their school lunches, doing the clothes shopping. It's just ordinary life. But for Isabella, who'd been in the circus, it was incredibly, excruciatingly boring. And she likes to watch her performances on TV, and it reminds her of the life that she once used to live. Might put that down there. How are we going on prompts? I just got to make sure where we're at. Yep, so we've just got one more thing once I've glued this on, but I want to glue this on, I think, last. So Isabella's quite frustrated. She's been watching this particular day. She was watching one of her performances on her TV at home. And suddenly she just had this like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm going out of my mind. Life is so boring. I miss the lights and the noise and the music and my friends. And, you know, her friends now, they're school mums. They go out for a coffee. It's all very dainty and refined, and it's just not her background. Not saying there's anything wrong with that refined lifestyle. It's just not her history, and so she's really struggling with it. And she's like, I've just got to change something. I love my husband. I love my children. In most respects, she loves her life, but she just needs a bit more of herself. She needs to honour her true self. And so as she's sitting, stirring her coffee, the kids are off at school, her husband's gone to work, and she's stirring her coffee in the kitchen. And she just takes a look around her kitchen, and she takes stock of what she likes. It's like, I've got my little pops of red, and they make me happy. But otherwise, this kitchen is boring. And she saw it as a picture of her life now. The kitchen was boring, her life was boring, and it became an icon for how she felt about herself. So she was like, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to bring something of me into the house. And she was like, hubby will be fine, you know, he'll be fine. He'll get it. And if he doesn't, well, so what? It makes me happy. And she spends most of her time at the house, whereas hubby's out to work. So she goes on a little shopping spree after watching herself be an acrobat, and she picks up some wallpaper that she thinks she loves. Pink, it's her favorite color. Some beautiful big pink roses all wallpapered on the wall in the kitchen. Stunning. She was like, perfect, yes. I'll keep my lamps because I like my lamps. They're quirky, they're fun, they've got some color on. They're not, the shades are white, but the bases are color, so she could live with that. She can put color everywhere else and leave the white light shades. And she's like, right, and I need to paint the cabinets. The cabinets at the moment, just white. In fact, these cabinets are white, and this shelf here is cream. So like that jarred her as well. It's like, they're not even the same color. Boring. And I'm not against white kitchens, guys. This is Isabella's story, not mine. Mine are actually a peachy color, my kitchen cabinets. Color of sunset, I would say. Anyway, back to Isabella. So she goes to the paint shop and she grabs out this paint chart, and it's this one that I've got here is metallics and special effects. And I was like, oh, I don't know that she'd be into those metallics there. They're kind of a bit, I mean, they're beautiful. I love them, but they're not colourful. And it was like, oh, yeah, we're getting some possibilities here. We've got some copper and, you know, some golds, and this one's slightly sort of reddish toned. It's like, yeah, we might be able to go to that. And then we had here some blues and greens, and then under this paper here, which is a fun bit of tissue that I will be keeping. Look at these guys. We've got pinks and red and purple and bright blues and green. And then this one that's kind of a charcoal. So I don't quite know where that fits in with the rest. But anyway, I think this is her. This is Isabella, particularly like this section here, the pinks and the red. So I'm going to cut out that, I'm just going to rough cut up the side here. Aren't they beautiful? Those metallic paints, just stunning. All right, I'll keep the name because I think that's part of the fun. You know, if she's painting shopping for paint colours, then you need to know the name of the paint colour. And do I want the purple as well? I'll maybe keep the purple. Otherwise, I'm going to have a purple swatch running around on its own. It will probably get lost. Trim that down a bit. Right, here we go. And it's on cardstock, you know, and the paint chips are quite thick. So we're going to pop that. I don't want to cover the lamp. Maybe we'll sit it between the two lamps. There and there, and then we can have this down here, our TV. Okay, I think we can glue that on. So she's gone shopping, she's got her paint chart, she's picked out some wallpaper, and she just wants to match the roses with what's going to look best. But she doesn't mind if things aren't matchy-matchy. She just wants colour. She wants bold, bright, glitzy, and happy. She wants to honour her true self, which is all of those things. She's not boring. She's not a boring person. She hasn't led a boring life. And she wants to not completely abandon her life as an acrobat. She wants to still carry her personality through and do something with this kitchen. Right, we're going to put, whoops, I put that down a bit low. Can I? No, it's stuck. Oh well, it is what it is. I didn't want to cover. Maybe I could put the TV over top. Yeah, there we go. That solves that. Let's glue her down then, and we'll put the TV over the bottom of her dress. So she's got this plan for redecorating the kitchen. She's already bought the wallpaper, so that's going to go up very soon as she has finished her coffee, her next coffee from getting home after shopping. And she's going to give it a makeover that honours her true self. So today's title for today's story is going to be Honour Your True Self. That's what we're going to call it. And I think one of the pinks, but if she wanted to, because she's got pops of red, she could go this red one, because she's wearing pink and red, so she likes to mix pink and red together. And I'm definitely thinking of you, Lydia, with your love of pink and red for Christmas. It sticks in my head. Right, so there we have Isabella's story of the one-time acrobatic at the circus, now living a normal, regular life and just wanting to inject some of her personality back into that life that she's now living. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed Isabella's story. I'm curious what colour she's going to pick. What colour would you pick? One of the pinks, the red, or maybe you go really bold and go purple. Purple and red are actually quite nice together. So let's give it the title, since we already know what it is. And I'm going to write it sideways. And it's Honour Your True Self. There we go. That's today's collage and our list from jatzygirl. Thank you, jatzygirl. Whatever your name is, I'd love to know what your actual name is, but you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I'd love to know. Prompts go in there. So we can put that one aside and let's pull. I'll just set it to the side there. That'll be fine. Let's pull the prompts for next, the prompts. There's multiple prompts per page. So again, I'm closing my eyes. I'm just doing as much of a shuffle as I can. And I've got them face up, so you'll be able to see them sort of passing through as I shuffle. I haven't dropped one yet, which is amazing. I normally drop at least a couple in this process. Right, whatever's on top's going to be it. So what's today? Oh, upside down. We have another one from Selena. Cool. So this one is native animal. So I guess whatever area you're in, you can do your own native animal, one of your native animals. Steampunk, a place, something from your desk. Well, I've got an image of a tree. Something from your desk, and poetry. Okay, so that's the prompts for next week. So please remember to pop your suggested prompts down in the comment section, below, and have a chance of having them pulled and for me to make a collage story with it. Feel free to participate and make a collage to each week's prompts. You do not have to include a story with your prompts, but if you find yourself doing so, I think all the better. It's quite fun to work out how to combine the prompts into some sort of cohesive little tale. And if you can use the hashtag collage stories on social media, so I might be able to find you and see your work, that would be awesome. Take care, my friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.